All right, everybody. Hey, welcome to Down Home Backyard Gardening. Today is the day that I wait for every year. I love this video. And if this is the first time y'all have ever heard of the single seed challenge, just stand by. This is a challenge unlike others. It's all about you. Come on and join the challenge. All right, what exactly is the single seed challenge? And why do I love it so much? The single seed challenge is this. As gardeners, how often do we get a packet of seeds and don't really think about it? We just, okay, here's 200 seeds, 100 seeds. We're going to broadcast, sow them, and hope stuff grows. If we're lucky, we get about a 70% yield out of everything that we sow. All the seeds that are thrown out, put in containers, put in beds, whatever, however you garden. But if we slow down and we really think about the potential of one seed, just one seed, and we document the entire life cycle of that seed, just imagine if you went focus all your energy, your sweat, your time on one seed, and you show the entire life cycle of that one seed. Just think how that's going to change your perspective on gardening. Or if you look behind me, all these plants behind me, multiple seeds. And just hoping, one would grow. I did not put the time and effort into all these seeds that you do when you do the single seed challenge. So Chad, what is the single seed challenge? Well, let's go back to the beginning of this challenge. Back in January of 2020, Scott Head over on Black Gumbo Southern Gardening put out this challenge to everyone on YouTube. And it was this video right here that I saw that made me want to actually do this challenge, which then made me want to start this channel. The challenge is simple. It's not technically a challenge like I'm challenging you to grow a bigger tomato. What it is it's a challenge for us gardeners to slow down, take a breath, and really focus our energy on one seed. And then, like I said earlier, to document the entire life cycle of that one seed here on YouTube. Now, there aren't really any rules for this. You can do this challenge any time of the year. The thing is, though, is you want to show the whole life cycle. What I've always done is plant an annual. One plant that I can show from seed through the whole cycle of that plant's life until the end. So this will be my 4th year doing this challenge. And I've always done a tomato because a tomato is an annual. It doesn't have a super long lifespan, and you can totally show the entire life cycle of that one plant. Here's the beauty of this challenge is as long as you have a YouTube account, and I'm guessing if you're watching this video, 1, you have a passion for gardening, and 2, you more than likely have a YouTube account. That way you can comment and like and forward and share people's videos. And that's all you need. All you need is the ability to have a phone, a camera, and to document. Now, not everyone wants to be on the camera. So you don't actually have to be on the camera. You can just document your single seed challenge and post it to everybody here on YouTube with the hashtag single seed challenge 2024. Now, if you're not sure you want to do this or not, go back and type in hashtag single seed challenge 2023, 2022, 2021, and look at people's videos and see if this is something you would like to do, or go into my playlist and look at the last 3 years worth of single seed challenges just to kind of get an idea of what you can do with your own imagination. Now, why is this challenge so important to me and my channel? Well, I started this channel, like I referenced earlier, to do the single seed challenge. I was recently going through a divorce at that time. I was looking for a hobby, and I always thought of gardening. I just wasn't sure if I was going to, so I was watching YouTube to learn about gardening when I came across Black Gumbo Southern Gardening and his challenge. From that very first challenge, which was in 2021, until last year's challenge, I have always been growing tomatoes and growing this channel and getting more comfortable in front of the camera and documenting each single seed challenge from the moment I pick the seed, which is coming up soon, to when the plants come out of the ground and the season is over. Now, it's no secret on this channel how much I love the idea of taking gardening to our next generation, to our kiddos. So I have a challenge for you. And my challenge is this. I challenge everyone watching this video right now, whether you're a grandparent, an uncle, an aunt, a parent, a babysitter, a friend, whatever. There is a kiddo in your life. I challenge you to get that kiddo involved in this challenge. Nothing else. You're getting a child out from in front of a screen, out from inside the house. You're getting them outside, you're literally planting a seed in their head about growing and gardening for the future, even if they don't want to do it now. It's planting that seed. Now, since I've been doing this, there have been countless kiddos that I've heard of or heard from that have found a love of gardening. There's nothing more important to me doing this challenge than having kiddos find their passion for gardening. And I'm going to be honest, even if your passion is carpentry, mechanics, baking, whatever, get a kiddo involved in a hobby. And gardening, to me, is just where my passion is, along with in the kitchen, but definitely out here in the garden. One of the other things that really sparked my interest in this challenge and taking it to the kiddos is when I was a 4-year-old running around the backyard of my grandparents' house in Kentucky, and my grandma had this little tiny garden down in the corner of their backyard. That has always stuck with me. And as I grew up and I had kids, that has always been there. That joy of that little 4-year-old me out there running around, being a dork in the backyard, chasing the family dog, and listening to my grandmother get so excited about a cucumber that she grew. I didn't understand it then because I was 4, but man, do I understand it now. So again, my challenge to you is to get a kiddo involved. You do your own single seed challenge and do a single seed challenge with that child. Now, I will say this, and this is part of gardening, and this is just part of the beauty of this challenge, is not every seed is going to take. Not every seed will germinate, and that's okay. That's teaching you, me, the YouTube community, that kiddo, about nature. And not every seed will germinate and grow. And that's fine. If that happens, start over. It's not a problem. Just document. And then maybe if a seed doesn't grow, kind of explain what you did so others can learn from it, or you can get advice from other gardeners here on YouTube about what you might have done wrong or what you could try differently in the future. Okay, so now it's time to start the single seed challenge. I'm going to show you all real quick how simple this is. First, figure out whatever plant you're going to grow. Tomato, pepper, squash, eggplant, whatever. It's totally up to you and what you want to do. I always do a tomato, so this year I'm going to do this one right here. I just think that is such a beautiful tomato, and why not have some fun with a tie-dye green tomato? Just sounds too fun to me. Since it is January, and I'm actually getting a 2-week head start on when I started last year. But because it's January, obviously it's a little too cold to be planting our seeds outside and doing everything outside. So what you're gonna need is a container, a heat mat, a grow light, some seed starting mix, and time. Not to go down the rabbit hole of why seed starting mix is more important than potting soil or those kind of things, but in a nutshell or Cliff Notes, seed starting mix is formulated strictly to envelop and hold that seed like a hand in a glove. And that's what you want. Seeds don't necessarily need nutrients right off the bat. They just need a warm, solid medium to start growing their roots and sprouting. That's why a seed starting mix is so important. Okay, you're going to take your cup, whatever kind of container you are going to plant your single seed in, and make sure you put some drain holes in the bottom, and then right on there, hashtag single seed challenge 2024. What you want to do is make sure that your seeds, that your mix is just mixed up. It doesn't have to be soaking wet. It just needs to have water in it. So when you put your seed in, this mix will bond to the seed just like that. Now that you have the cup with the drain holes in it, it's time to fill this thing up with the soil. It does not have to be all the way to the top, but this is good to go. That done, it's time to pick the seed, and this is the fun part. We're going to get our seed out, And what you're looking for when you are picking a seed, or at least this is what I recommend that you look for. Okay, there are not a lot of seeds in here. Wow. Okay. What you want to find is the biggest seed that you can find, because that generally means that the tomato it came off of was a nice sized tomato. So looking at these right here, or you're looking for one that calls to you. This one, no. But I'm thinking this one right here. I don't know why, but that is the one I'm going to pick for my single seed challenge 2024. That seed. Just put the rest of them back in the container. Put about a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch hole right there in the middle. And we are going to take the seed and we are going to document the entire life cycle of that seed right there. Put it right there in the hole. And then we're going to press it down and make sure that this soil totally connects to that seed like a hand in a glove. And just keeping it real, I put too much water in the seed starting mix, but it's all right. The heat mat will dry that out in no time. Okay, and that's it. Now we're gonna go put this in there on the heat mat and we're done. And then it's off to the races and we are just going to document the life cycle again of this one seed. Now you can do this as often as you want or as rarely as you want. The key is though, make sure you put into the search box here on YouTube, hashtag Single Seed Challenge 2024. That way, all of us in this community of gardening can see what each other is doing, and you never know. You might get your start on this platform by this challenge, just like I did. Okay, now as you can see, I've already got a whole lot of other seeds going, but that's good. Now we're gonna get the single seed challenge, and we're gonna sit it right there. Heat mat, grow lights, and we're good to go, y'all. And just like that, it is that simple to start your own single seed challenge right here on YouTube in 2024. I want to end with this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Get out there and start this challenge, even if you don't put it on YouTube. Do this challenge and set and plant that seed in that little kiddo's head. Everyone, I hope you join all of us here on YouTube on this journey of gardening together, especially doing this challenge. I want to always thank Scott Head for coming up with this challenge. It has literally meant a lot to me personally. And I don't know where I'd be on YouTube, or if I'd even be on YouTube, without me seeing that video back in 2020. So thank you for watching this video. If you got anything out of it, I really hope you'll share it, you'll like it. And if you have not seen this channel before and you're interested in a somewhat novice gardener, because I'm still sort of new, this is going to be my 4th year gardening, and you want to see a dude who will show everything, successes, failures, and everything in between, along with baking and stuff like that in the kitchen, then by all means, y'all, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel and join all of us on this journey of gardening. Everyone take care, God bless. I'll talk to y'all again real soon.